Hello everyone and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode of Friday Night Explorer, we're going to explore Lotus Fields. And the funny thing about Lotus Field is that there is a new card that just got released in Explorer Anthology that basically lets us copy our Lotus Field, the Thespian Stage. So basically how this deck works is that our Lotus Field is going to give us 3 mana. If we can copy Thespian, or use Thespian Stage to copy Lotus Field, Thespian Stage can also give us 3 mana. And we're going to get a lot of mana, and if we put that in the control deck, we all know how good that could become. But the problem is, Lotus Field requires us to sacrifice 2 other lands when it comes into play. So, we're going to have to take off turn 3 just to sacrifice our land and hopefully still be able to catch up in the meantime. Now that's traditionally okay, that is a good way to play this deck and you can come back in the meantime. But there are actually some tricks you can do with that. There are 4 Strict Proctor in the deck. What Strict Proctor does is that it stifles a trigger ability whenever a permanent comes into the battlefield. ETB effects, it will stifle it unless its controller pays 2. Well, I don't want to pay that 2. I wanted to stifle. I wanted to counter the must sacrifice 2 land ability. So, perfect, right? Turn 2, Strict Proctor. Turn 3, Lotus Field. Or turn 3, play the Strict Proctor and then play the Lotus Field so that it doesn't die. Perfect place. But we also got another way. So let's say that you play turn 1, turn 2, you got 2 lands out, and on turn 3, you don't have Strict Proctor, and you want to play your Lotus Field. What are you going to do? You tap 2 of your lands for 1 blue and 1 mana of any other color, and you can play Discontinuity. This card costs 4 less if it's on your turn, so you can discontinue your own turn. And what happens when you discontinue your own turn? Everything on the stack gets exiled, including the ETB effect for the Lotus Field. So we no longer have to sacrifice the 2 lands. But it does end our turn, so on that turn, what happens? Well, we end the turn by playing Lotus Field, and what happens? Now we have 3 lands that has a total of 5 mana going to turn 4. That's great, because on turn 4, we want to cast Mr. Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. He untaps lands, he draws us cards, he helps us win game. And that is the whole idea of the deck. Now, the whole deck needs to be very sort of slow and grindy, so we have a lot of slow and grindy cards to help us get out of those situations. Let's look at a whole deck list. We have 2 March of Otherworldly Lights, 4 Strict Proctor, 3 Jwari Disruption, and 1 Dovin's Veto. In the early game, we have a lot of kind of stifling effects and counterspells to help us stay alive and counter that Lotus Field effect. Then we have 2 Solid Coming and 1 Absorb to counter any spell we need. Absorb can basically stop a burn deck from killing us too quickly, and Solid Coming can be used to foretell. If we got nothing else and we have to sacrifice 2 lands for the Lotus Field, those 2 lands can at least help us pay for the foretell costs. Right, so that's the idea why it's in the deck. Then in the 4 drop, we got 4 Wandering Emperor. We all know how good Wandering Emperor is in almost any metagame, as long as it's not, try to win turn 1 kind of metagame. We also have 2 Memory Deluge for card draw, and 2 Supreme Verdict for board wipes, especially against those pesky spirit decks. This is going to be necessary, or even against the elves decks. This will be very good. We have 4 Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, because that is our win con. We need to have him out to keep untapping and drawing cards. We have 3 Farewells, because, if we need to get rid of something, we got to make sure that it's gone. And 3 Shark Typhoon, because that's our win con. And when we have a lot of mana, we're going to hardcast Shark Typhoon and make a bunch of sharks, or we can cycle a Shark Typhoon and make a very big shark. And we got 4 Discontinuities. Discontinuity can stifle the Lotus Field effect, like I said, but it can also end your opponent's turn. So guess what? That's basically an extra turn card that costs 6. 6 mana for a Time Warp. It's not that bad, right? In Explorer, I think that's a fair mana to pay. Then let's look at the land base, because this deck has 25 lands, but it doesn't have 25 lands. 25 just lands, and 3 Jwari Disruption for the 3 extra lands. So it's 28 lands total if you want to count the lands, because MDFCs are also lands. So we got 1 Egonjo, 1 Heart of Storm Giant, 1 Otawara, 1 Playing 1 Island. This looks very wonky. Again, this is also because I don't have all the lands necessary for the deck. We got 4 Darkar Waste, 4 Deserted Beach. I only have 1 Hollow Fountain. There it is. And we have 4 Hen Gate Pathway. Those are the Azorius lands. We got 4 Lotus Fields, because it's the Lotus Field deck, and we got 3 Thespian Stage. I cannot justify 4 Thespian Stage, and if you bought the Anthology package, you would have 4 anyways. I cannot justify it because mainly we want to be able to draw the Lotus Field. Thespian Stage really can't copy anything else, right? And that's the whole deck list. We don't have any sideboards, don't worry about it. There's no wish cards, so that's all we're going to do and all we're going to play. Let's hope that this deck works. Let's go and try out and explore. Quick disclaimer: I played this deck. I tried to play this deck once, and then I figured out that's why Strict Proctor is in the deck. And yeah, that's the one game that I kind of play embarrassingly, but at least I won that game. Let's hope that I can win some more games against Mike, the Punchy McPunchy. I wonder if he's gonna be mono white soldiers. All right, we got Proctor, we got Hengay Pathway. We got Discontinuity. We have no lands. We have 2 Farewell. So do we keep this hand? I don't. We're gonna go first, right? All right. I'm gonna keep. Not a great hand to keep on, but going first, I kind of need the advantage. Our opponent's doing the ropey rope. I don't think I could get a worse hand than this. And well. Is there a reason why I would play this on blue? I don't think so, but let's play the stage anyways. Again, I'm not going to play the Strict Proctor on turn 2 if I draw... yeah. Okay. I guess we're about to explode next turn if I don't draw a land. No reason to play on Strict Proctor, just get it removed. If I draw Lotus Field, I want to play on the same turn. It is not really here to stifle our opponent's effect. It's more here to stifle our own effects. And yeah. Oh, we got a Desert Beach. That's something. If nothing else happens, I'm going to copy the Desert Beach so that I get 2 blue and 2 whites. But 3 Farewells. All 3 in the deck. They're all here. Card draw, huh? Is it? No, it's not a big deck. Life Gain deck. Interesting. Well, our opponent's going to give us some time, and hopefully I draw another land. Pass. Okay. Let's copy the beach. Nope. Not a land here. Demolition Field. Oh boy. Well, if he blows that up, we're gonna add a blue. Thank you. We'll add a blue. Take action. We'll get another blue. Basically, give me the win here. Because now I can Memory Deluge. Even without the 4th land. Our opponent played it wrong. He has priority, unless he passed priority to me. Okay, well, no Lotus Fields, but at least we got the Teferi. And a 4th land. You can play whatever you want, because I'm tapped out. Look at that. You sure you don't want to play something? Alright, we got 2 white. Let's get more blue out. Alright, yeah, let's get more blue mana out. Do we have to discard? We gotta go down to 7, right? So maybe it's time to just play the Wandering Emperor here. I don't want to just discard a card.
I've learned much during my trip. Let your blade do the talking.
Alright, this has been a really, really weird game because no field. No Emperor. Probably get removed, but that's okay. We got 3 Farewells and a Memory Deluge in the graveyard. We have a lot of time, and now that we have 5 mana with Teferi next turn, we also have a lot of different plays we can make. Lay down arms. That's a thing you can do. Wandering Ember.
I hope you're ready to lose.
We'll see who's losing.
Intruders.
We will see who's losing. I'll pay that life.
Right on schedule. No time for a break.
Alright, there's a lot of lands, none of which is what I wanted. Demolition Fields. Can't play out the Hall Storm Giant because he'll just die. Maybe he'll use his Demolition Fields. There's a lot of Demolition Field, which is weird. And mono white deck in Explorer. Huh. That's basically exactly what we wanted him to have. He's doing it again. You gotta stop doing that. We got only 2 basics, so any more Demolition Fields will just be LD, but they are playing Demolition Fields on things that they should not be playing on. So what would happen if Hall Storm Giant actually comes out, right? And he can't Demolition Field the Lotus Field because it's hexproof. Thankfully, it's not the Lotus Veil. Oh, first strike.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
Who are you going to attack? The Emperor. It's a lot of mousing over my cards. You want to actually do something with it? Creature enters the battlefield tapped. Gains 1 life whenever a creature enters. Rest in peace. No more graveyards. Oh no, my Memory Deluge. I wanted that. Alright, well. Let's draw a card.
Oh, bad dog.
Hey, that's pretty good. We want to just discontinue him, right? I think that's what we want. So, do we want Hall of Storm Giant here? I get to untap 2 lands. Do I just Farewell here? Farewell is also pretty good. So I will just do that. He can't really play much. So all creatures, all enchantments. I don't have exile graveyards. Do I even have artifacts? I don't have artifacts. Get those out of here. And we will make a samurai.
I'm never done for good. May your blade strike true.
Teferi's getting big. We got a lot of discontinuities. I think, is this any permanent? Exile target permanent opponent controls. Yeah, any permanent. Doomscar. That's, you could do that. Alright, now Demolition Field is just LD, but it's LD for one of his lands, so I'm okay with that. Actually, no, he gets a land, right? He gets a land, yeah. And not fun, but let's see if he does it on his turn.
To me.
And will he do it on my turn? Because I've been getting lands. Oh boy, that is a thing that can happen.
No time for a break.
Another Strict Proctor. Maybe he'll... I don't want to end my turn, because then I can't end his turn. So, I guess we'll just play a Strict Proctor and let him pop one of our lands. We get to untap 2 lands, right? So if he pops one of the lands, then we don't actually untap well enough. So we will... we will just drop one of the Strict Proctors, I think. Yeah, he's gonna pop the Half Storm Giant for sure. So, yep, you got it. You take actions, but we got no more lands. No more basics. Oops. Oops. Ha. Submit 0. I guess we'll submit 0. We gotta put a stop here. Has to end turn, discard a card, discard a Proctor. Hey, what? You know what? Why don't you not get a turn, huh? You're getting too many turns, and it's bothering me.
Let's skip to the good part.
Yeah, right. Let's get to the good things. Alright, this is gonna enter the battlefield tapped, so we'll do that. And we need 6 mana, so I want to make sure the stop is there again. Sometimes when you put the stop there, it goes away. That's annoying. Alright, let's get a Strict Proctor out, because it'll untap next turn. No turn for you. Come back to my turn. Oh, look at that. I guess Teferi needs to do the ultimate thing.
It's only I'll have a better plan than phase you out of the time stream.
I've learned much during my travels.
Quit!
Remember your
GG. Alright, well, you know, against mono white, right? It gave us a lot of time. We were really mana screwed in the early game, but they gave us a lot of time, and they tried to Demolition Field our land, which gave us Memory Deluge. Without that, I don't know if we would have come back. So, hey, our opponents gave us the game. He didn't know that. He did not know whether or not it would have been a good play, but I'm here to tell him it was not a good play. Now being is Venom. Yar. I don't know why I said that. Alright, we're gonna go first. No field again. Ugh. Alright, well, I'm gonna keep anyways. Wonder what deck they're playing. White. Okay. Still don't want to put out the Proctor. For no reason. Snow cover white, so this is aggro. Oh, or it's life gain. Interesting. So we really need to draw our 4th land again, just like every other game. Guess we'll just exile that. Do we even want to do that? Artifact, creature, or enchantment, right? We'll pass. We'll take the 1. The Supreme Verdict could get everybody. That's a land. Even if interest play tapped, it's a land. Alright, I don't want a Strict Proctor in case he wants to turn the Faceless Haven into a creature. 2 Faceless Havens. There's an Inspiring Overseer and gain a bunch of life. That Strict Proctor would have helped. Alright, well, Supreme Verdict's gonna... Actually, I can't Supreme Verdict. Not enough white. Now it feels dumb not to do it last turn. What am I doing here? The Proctor's gonna tax everything, right? So... guess we'll do that and hopefully we'll draw a land. That is a land. Do we Teferi? It's a lot of damage if we Teferi. Yeah, we'll Teferi. Give us a card.
I know what must be done. Keep up the pace.
And we'll untap 2 lands. If he wants to turn the Faceless Haven, attack sideways, then, you know, we can use it. This is only 4 damage. Teferi stays alive, unless he pumps.
You're not going to win this.
Luminar. Alright, that's not what I wanted to see, but it is what I got.
You know what? I'm not done.
This is pretty good. Alright, so he can turn his Faceless Haven sideways. But no, it's fine. Farewell, all creatures. It's the only thing you can play, right? Yeah, all creatures. We'll take a lot of damage here. They'll get to untap, and they quit. Alright, GG. Farewell usually make people GG, I guess. And, yeah, if they wanted to go wide, Supreme Verdict probably would have caught him. They had no Angels, so that was lucky for us. But if they had Angels, we would have probably blew up the board. Alright, well, Lotus Field does Lotus Field things. Never shown up in any of these games. I swear, we have 4 in the deck. Thespian Field showed up twice. The Thespian Stage. It wishes to the Thespian Field. Set LTR for Lord of the Rings. I'm so upset by Lord of the Rings set just because it's only in Explorer. Or it's only in Historic. Not in Explorer, not in Standard. Can't play unless you want to play Alchemy cards. Alright, this time we got the thing. Opponent goes first though, so let's see what happens. If they're a counterspell deck, we might not counterspell deck. Okay. We're gonna play all the Strict Proctor this way because we're gonna have to double Strict Proctor. Luminarch Aspirant. Probably gonna die here. Alright. Yikes. Those are some cards. Proctor. Tax on the Brutal Cathar, so any ETVs gets taxed. Adeline doesn't get taxed. It's gonna pump the Adeline. Alright, this is decline. So I need 3, right? I can get 3 on this turn. Exiling Strict Proctor. Kill his Adeline. It's not Vigilance, so no attacks. Taking a lot of damage here. Another Aspirant. We're gonna hope that the discontinuity is gonna help us. It might not be good enough. Shark. Shark just might be good enough.
I know my responsibility. No time.
Why did I play a land? I should not have played a land. Okay, no attacks. Of course. We'll untap 2 lands. We got 5 mana here. So we just gotta survive this turn with the Shark. Let's see how he attacks, because it's very risky, right? We can make a 1/1 Shark and still counter a spell. That's... when enters the battlefield, put a +1 counter on each other human when another human enters the battlefield. So, we'll counter unless you pay 1. This might look weird, but if he pays the 1, he can't pay the tax. He pays the 1. Can't pay the tax. On my face. Cycle for 1. Give me a card. Emperor. Yeah, I gotta block this way. Down to 3. Thespian Stage. Oh, first let me draw a card.
We need to move quickly.
Teferi. Alright, we're pretty low on life, but we might be able to do something with this. So let's not copy the cards right now, because what we need to do is add white, and to get Emperor out.
I hope you're ready to lose.
And then we will copy
You are not much of a rogue.
the field. You don't get a turn. Memory Deluge. Can we deluge into something good? Maybe not. We can put back the Luminard. Alright? Third from the top. Get that out of here.
Not so bad.
Actually, I should have put this back. So. Do we want a Memory Deluge to see what we can get? I don't think Dovin's Veto is going to help. I don't think Thespian Stage is going to help. So, just another Jwari Disruption. How could that help? Now, I want to play a land, right? Let's play a land. We'll make...
I still have much to learn.
Is this Vigilance?
Let your
It's not
blade do the
Vigilance.
talking.
So, we'll play the stage. We will play the Hero of Dominaria again. Second hero. Same as the first.
Right on.
And then we will draw a card and tap 2 lands.
Keep up the pace.
Gonna counter that for sure. And then we have enough for Emperor. Brutal Cathar, we'll have to counter that too. It's gonna have to attack. No more attacks for you. And quit! Look at that! We're at 5. We were at 3 and we still beat him. Take that. Lotus Field is just that good. Look how much mana we got that turn. Look at the amount of fields. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We could have gotten another Thespian Stage, I think, when we... No, we took the Thespian Stage. So, yeah, 9 mana with just 6 lands. That's insane. So, we don't draw lands that well in this deck, but we only need to draw 1. And then when we win. Right? So, you know, this has been fun. This is how I love to play the Azorius control. Lotus Field just made it so much stronger. I think we won every game today. Yeah, you want to play Explorer and really make your opponent salty? Try this deck. Honestly, I love this deck. I think this might be the best deck in Explorer. It's not the most janky. It's not the craziest combo, but it's just got such a strong sort of a tempo play on turn 3 with the Lotus Field, right? Strict Proctor in the Lotus Field, or your opponent's going to be crying. And if they are sort of an abs-end deck, then you might want to hold back on the Strict Proctor, make sure you counter their cards, and then end their turn. This continuity ends turns. This is crazy. This is an extra turn, but it's not an extra turn in a traditional sense that you have to play on your turn and make sure that your opponent isn't countering you or something like that. This continuity plays on your opponent's turn, and so you get to decide, are you going crazy? Are you playing spells? Guess what? Not anymore. Or I'm going to stop your turn so you don't draw any cards. That can also be another effect. So overall, this deck is beautiful. It's so great. I would recommend it 1000% in Explorer. It is very mythic heavy though. I had to go craft this continuity as a mythic card. I didn't have any of it, but worth it. 100% worth it. I think I also had to craft 2 Lotus Fields. I think I had 2 before for other deck or for EDH or something. But yeah, 4 Lotus Fields for this continuity. That's what makes this deck good, but you gotta get it. And also for Strict Proctor. So yeah, that's all I got for you. Thank you very much for joining me for this Friday Night Explorer, and I will see you guys next time.